Before the Mongols attacked and destroyed the Khwarezmian Empire, they made sure that their soldiers did not starve. They enslaved local peasants and forced them to work in agriculture. This led to the population explosion in Anatolia. But this was only temporary since the Mongols did not last long in the region. And when they were gone, the local governors started taxing these peasants heavily, leading to a massive rebellion. The rebel leader was a tribal chief named Ertuğrul Ghazi. He led his followers to the city of Sogut, where he stayed for the rest of his life. And right there in Sogut, the Ottoman Empire was born. After suppressing the rebellion, the local governors, the Angora, took full control over Anatolia. When Ertuğrul came to Sogut with his followers, he found a fertile valley surrounded by mountains on three sides and having only one entrance, which was perfect for fortifying. But the valley was already occupied by another tribe called the Kandars. Ertuğrul fought against them and defeated them. He then gave the conquered lands to his followers as a reward and settled there permanently. Ertuğrul's followers were known as the Oghuz Turks, and they were divided into several tribes. All these tribes spoke Oghuz Turkic languages, which are now spoken by around 50 million people all over Central Asia and the Middle East. However, today, the Turkish language is completely different from the way it used to be. For example, modern Turkish has borrowed many words from Arabic and Persian. This is because during the rule of the Seljuks and the Ottomans, the Islamic world had a massive influence on Anatolia. In fact, many historians argue that without Persian, it would have been impossible for the Ottomans to become such a great empire. Anyway, after settling down in Sogut, Ertuğrul started building his power base. He rebuilt the city walls and made alliances with other Turkish tribes in the region. Under his rule, the Oghuz Turks became much more powerful and prosperous. Unfortunately, we don't know much about him or his son Osman, but according to the Ottoman sources, they were both great leaders who brought the Oghuz Turks together. They also adopted the title of Bey, meaning prince or chief, while the Sultanate was still using the title of emir. So they were technically not emirs, but begs. When Ertuğrul died, his son Osman took over the leadership of the Oghuz Turks. At the time, the Seljuks controlled most of Anatolia, but they were busy fighting with the Byzantines in the east and did not pay much attention to the west. So Osman took advantage of this opportunity and started attacking the weaker Seljuk territories in Anatolia. His first target was the city of Bursa. It was an important commercial city. So Osman besieged it in 1299 and captured it the same year. After conquering Bursa, Osman moved his capital there and declared himself the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. He officially changed the name of his title from Bey to Sultan, just like the other Muslim rulers. Under Osman's rule, the Ottoman principality grew rapidly. He expanded his army and navy and conquered many cities along the seacoast. As a result, the Ottomans quickly became a major naval power in the Mediterranean. By 1302, the entire western Anatolia was under Ottoman control. But this expansion caused friction with the Byzantines. In response to Ottoman aggression, the Byzantine Emperor Andronicus II Palaiologos launched a counter-offensive. However, he was defeated by Osman at the Battle of Matthias in 1302. This victory marked the end of Byzantine influence in Anatolia. The Empire of Nicaea also tried to stop the Ottomans, but failed miserably. By 1324, Osman was ready to conquer Constantinople. He laid a siege on the city, but failed to capture it. Even though he was a ruthless conqueror, Osman was not interested in destroying the cities that he conquered. Unlike the Mongols, he understood the importance of trade and commerce and encouraged merchants to settle in his cities. That's why the Ottomans never built their capital in places like Ankara or Bursa. Instead, they preferred Istanbul, even though it was under the control of the Byzantines for most of the 14th century. Osman's successor, Orhan, conquered Thrace and advanced towards Adrianople. After Orhan came to power, the Ottomans invaded the Balkans for the first time. In 1365, Murad I conquered the city of Edirne, which became the new capital of the empire. Murad I continued his Balkan campaign and conquered most of the region by 1389. But his successor, Bayezid I, was ambitious and wanted to conquer all of southeastern Europe. He launched a massive invasion of the Balkans and annexed territories as far as Hungary and the former Roman province of Dacia. Bayezid's victories earned him the nickname the Thunderbolt. However, he overextended his empire and faced a coalition of European powers, including the Kingdom of Hungary, the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, the Republic of Venice, and the Papal States. In 1402, Bayezid was defeated and killed at the Battle of Ankara. The Ottoman conquest of the Balkans accelerated after Bayezid's death. His sons fought each other to take the throne, which resulted in a civil war called the Ottoman Interregnum. During this period, the Timurid Shah Timur invaded Anatolia and sacked Bursa. However, Timur did not stay in Anatolia and soon left the region. As a result, the Ottomans were able to recover easily. In 1413, Mehmed I ended the Ottoman Interregnum and restored order in the empire. After Mehmed's death, his brother Murad II came to power. Murad was a brilliant military commander and continued his family's conquest of the Balkans. However, his campaigns were interrupted by the rising power of Venice in the Aegean Sea. The Ottoman-Venetian War lasted for 2 years and ended with the Safavid Treaty of Galata in 1479. With the treaty, Venice recognized Ottoman sovereignty in the Aegean and secured its hold on the Ionian Islands. When Murad II stepped down from the throne, his son, Fatih Sultan Mehmed, took over the empire. During his reign, the Ottomans conquered the city of Constantinople in 1453 and made it the new capital of their growing empire. The conquest of Constantinople marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, which had lasted for 1100 years. After conquering Constantinople, the Ottomans became the dominant power in the Black Sea and the Mediterranean. Fatih also conquered the city of Sarajevo in 1463 and completed the conquest of Serbia in 1476. Thus, by the end of the 15th century, the Ottomans ruled over almost all of southeastern Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa. So that's the story of the birth of the Ottoman Empire. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you next time.